Hi there, I'm Fletcher from Sheffield Digital, and today I'm speaking with Ria Dagleish, who is the squad lead for the core team at Nimble Approach. Hi there, Ria. Could you just start by telling me a little bit about what Nimble Approach does, please?
So we are a product and technology consultancy. We work with clients in the public and private sectors. We help them to shape and deliver technology products and services through an agile and user-first approach.
Okay, fantastic. And how long have you been doing your role, and what were you doing before you joined Nimble Approach?
So I joined the company in November, so I've been in my role now for 6 months. So it's a new role for me. However, I do have past experience working in the tech sector. So I started my career working for an operations team for another tech company, which was way back in 2005. I then also gained experience working as part of client services team. So I kind of provided account and project management support. I then turned my focus more on the delivery side. So I gained experience working as part of waterfall project delivery teams, and then also gained experience working as part of agile teams. So sort of fast forward a few years, and I sort of took some time out to concentrate on raising my family. And during that time, I gained experience working part-time for a small recruitment agency, so something completely different. And I provided administration and sort of office management. So now that's kind of brought me full circle back to my new role with Nimble as squad lead. So I'm now leading a team which includes talent management, finance and people operations.
Oh, wow, so that sounds like you've done some really interesting and varied stuff within your career journey. So if such a thing exists, can you tell me what a typical day might look like doing your job?
So yeah, it can be quite varied. No 2 days are ever the same. However, I would say most days, well, all days start off with various team stand-ups. So I lead the core team stand-up. So that's just an opportunity for the team to get together first thing in the morning. We kind of provide each other with an update as to what we did yesterday, what we're going to work on that day. And then it's a chance for the team to sort of raise any blockers or issues, and it's my job to sort of make sure these blockers are removed so that people can, progress with their tasks. I then have regular check-ins with the team throughout the day just to sort of see how they're getting on, see if there's anything else that they need to raise. I can attend quite a few meetings, so it's my job to gather information and provide the team with relevant updates from the central leadership team. And sort of provide guidance on priorities. Or I can spend my day doing more hands-on tasks. So that might be sort of supporting the people ops lead in creation of contracts, or sort of overseeing the onboarding process of new contractors or perm members of the team. Or I can be working on internal projects such as the knowledge base, which is we've recently created. It's kind of like a wiki cum intranet where we've sort of collated information which is to be shared throughout the business.
Wow, that sounds really useful. And are there any other sort of processes and frameworks that you use within your role?
Yeah, so being an agile consultancy, we practice what we preach, and we manage the operational side of the business using a light touch Scrum framework. So what that means is, so the core team, much like a delivery team, we work in 2-week sprints. So at the beginning of the sprint, we'll have a planning session where we sort of discuss what the priorities are for the sprint ahead. We decide what tasks we're going to work on to meet those goals. And then we meet every day on stand-up just to provide that update as to what we did yesterday and what we're going to be working on for that day. And then we also have at the end of each sprint a mini review and retro. So we'll it's an opportunity for the team to get together, sort of update as to where we got to with priorities, if anything needs to be pushed into the next sprint. The team can demo anything that they may have created or anything that they're learning about. And then also we discuss what went well and how we can make improvements going forwards.
And what would you say are the most challenging parts of your role?
I guess this would be that the very nature of the business is quite fast paced. So you need to have a positive approach and be flexible to changing priorities, which is not always easy. However, I guess that's where my role comes in, because it's sort of, for me to sort of provide guidance to the team, and make sure that we're all sort of on the same page and working towards the same goals.
So if someone was listening to you speak about your role and thought, yeah, that sounds really great, that sounds really interesting, what are the skills that you would say are needed or need to be learnt to fulfil that role well?
Okay, I would say obviously organisation is key. So I tend to keep quite a lot of lists. So I'll have lists of tasks that I need to complete. I also have lists of core team tasks. We also as a team use Jira and Trello, so they're both project management tools, and we use those to track our work in progress. I think you also need to be a strong communicator, but equally you need to be a good listener and also good at facilitating.
Now, I appreciate you've only been in the role since last November, so not too long, but is there anything that you know now about the role that you wish you'd known before you started?
I don't think there's anything that I would wish I'd known. I didn't realise how quickly the role would develop. I guess my roles and responsibilities have changed since I joined, but that's kind of in response to the period of growth that the business is going to. So that's really positive because I'm sort of gaining new experiences all of the time.
Great. And finally, what would you say is the most enjoyable part of your job?
So without doubt, it's the people. So there's a great team at Nimble. I really enjoy working collaboratively with the core team, but likewise, I also like working with other team members from other areas of the business, such as engineering and delivery. And I also like the fact that I get to use the experience that I've used in the past. So during my time working more on project delivery now, but more focused on a business operations team.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing all that information with us, Ria. It's been really interesting to hear about your job and a little bit more about Nimble Approach as well. So thank you.
No problem, thank you.